Nico here, and welcome back to Why, the show where I don't always have an answer to that question. So, we're going to continue our Magikarp and Gyarados set, and so we're going to continue with Gyarados. This set, I'm not going to lie, gets a little repetitive, but that's okay. It's still fun. So anyway, again, and I know I say this in all of these videos, so don't get too annoyed with me if you actually watch my videos. This is for people who don't normally watch. When I build Lego, not Lego, or Lego-like products, these are chill affairs. You don't need to hear me run my mouth and give detailed instructions like when I do Bismarck, Optimus Prime, or Ecto-1. So we're gonna chill and have fun. If you don't want to hear me talk, feel free to mute me. Enjoy my content however you want. I just appreciate everyone who clicked on the video. Anyhow, and I'm gonna do this now because I always feel scummy about it at the end. If you like my content, put a like on it. If you don't like it, put a dislike on it. Likes and dislikes help me tell what kind of content the audience likes so I can improve or alter the content as needed. So anyhow, so during these videos, basically, these are chill affairs that I just like to talk about random stuff. So I figure I'll just talk about things I've heard. So, the big thing I heard is Metroid Prime 2 is getting a remaster that comes out in January. I'm excited for that because I love the Metroid series. It doesn't always love me, but I love the series. And Metroid Prime Remastered with the updated modern control scheme, not hindered by the limitations of the GameCube itself, is an excellent game. It was excellent before, but fixing the controls made it that much better. Made it seem a lot easier, but that's besides the point. So I'm wondering what other little improvements they can make to Metroid Prime 2. Personally, I just want them to get rid of that ammo system because it was always lame. How do you have an ammo system for an energy weapon when your suit has unlimited power? Anyway, alright, I'm going to try to edit out coughing. My cough's coming back. Apparently my cough doesn't like me talking a lot. So anyhow, other stuff. So I always pitch this, my fantasy story on Fiction Press, King of Mercenaries. If any of you have actually read the first few chapters, I've actually started using AI to help me edit the chapters. And, you know, everyone's, ooh, AI, you're cheating, blah, 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 and I don't think so, because it's my own words I wrote myself, and the AI is just helping me correct spelling, grammar, tensing issues, the stuff that really made the chapter take way longer for me to get out. So we're going to see how much that alters the chapters. So anyhow, now that we tick that box, I'm trying to think what other stuff. Oh, I know. So Transformers 1 is now streaming, and I'm quite thrilled about it. I watched it, my wife watched it, she's not even a Transformers fan, but watched it because I wanted to, and honestly, I loved it. I think that whoever did the marketing for that movie needs to be fired, because the marketing for that movie made it seem like a silly kids movie. But in reality, it was it had its silly moments, but it needed those. It was very mature in its presentation of ideas and whatnot. it was really, really good, and it was a dual origin story for Megatron and Optimus Prime. And it was beautifully animated, well written, and the only real complaint I had is I didn't like what was it? I believe it was Keegan-Michael Key as Bumblebee. That was the only thing I did not like, and that was just because it made Bumblebee very silly, more like animated Bumblebee, but that's a personal preference. So, for everyone who has Paramount Plus, I'd say watch it for free. It's great. If you're a Transformers fan, I'd recommend buying it. I'm going to buy the Blu-ray the next time I'm at Walmart. So, I guess that's enough of me plugging media I don't get paid for. That's how you know an endorsement's good, if a person didn't get paid to do it. But anyway, so anyone out there is an anime fan, tell me, is Dan to Dan any good? I am seeing it all over the shorts feed on YouTube and TikTok. I don't even use TikTok, but it's showing up in shorts I see that are ripped right from TikTok. So I wonder if it's any good. Because I like My Hero Academia, and I'm having a hard time getting the gumption to actually finish watching the last season. I haven't even touched Dragon Ball Daima, even though I've heard it's quite good. So I don't know what's going on. I think my tastes are changing, or just maybe I've oversaturated my media intake. It's also entirely possible it's just the fact that I've been binging watching sovereign citizen arrest videos, and I'm trying to articulate this because I don't support them, but I like to watch anti-First Amendment auditors because I think First Amendment auditors are garbage. Because without starting the whole thing, they're a bunch of convicted felons who they remind me of that kid you knew in school. You and your friends would be talking about something, and this random kid would walk up and act like he knew more about what you're talking about just because he heard it from his brother or someone else. That's what they remind me of. Bunch of convicted felons who don't know anything, or they're parroting what they've heard other convicted felons say about the law as a thin justification to harass the police and government officials. But that whole small tirade turns into why I enjoy watching anti-auditors, because it's satisfying watching them get arrested when they push their luck too far. Now, without going into it, we do have a problem with people we do have problems with people who should not be police or in positions of power. They're actually right about that, but the problem is walking around with a camera doesn't fix it. It's voting that fixes problems with elected officials. It's transparency, and not what they call transparency, because a heavily edited video on YouTube is not transparency. Anyway, that's as deep as I'm going to get into that, because politics is one of the things that I can talk about it with my friends, but I don't like talking about it in public, because too many people are, how do I put this eloquently? Too many people put too much of their identity into their political beliefs. I think that's a good way of articulating it, because that's why, at least in my opinion, that you have so many problems. People are putting they're attaching their political beliefs to their personality, their self-image, and their self-worth. and then you turn around and lose a major election, and then it negatively impacts all those things, which causes a lot of friction. Anyway, me playing psychoanalyst aside, so as you can see, this is what I meant about the Gyarados build being repetitive. We're just building segments of his body. I mean, it's definitely, they've got some pieces here that I honestly think Legos guys need to get by and start copying and making superior versions of, because some of these pieces are clever. They're not perfect, which is why I want Lego to improve them, but anyway. So other than that, other stuff that I've heard, or other things lately, is this might as well be called Why, featuring Super Draco's ADD rambling about stuff. So, just been real quick. Well, nah, not much is going on because my interest in wrestling greatly took a hit now that Jade Cargill is injured. For those not familiar, Jade Cargill is this giant Amazon of a woman with an incredible physique, and I'm not even ashamed to say that little teenager inside my brain's like, wow, I want some of that. Ain't gonna happen, but the little part of my brain is still like, yeah. First, I have the same lizard brain towards Rhea Ripley. Anyway, now we're going in the wrong direction. But she's out injured, and I lost a lot of interest because I think that woman is, if they utilize her properly, is going to be probably the biggest, one of the draw-wise biggest female wrestlers of all time. Okay, so real quick, I reckon I'll actually talk about this for a second. So this segment is a little different than the others because this has the mount for the stand in it. So once that one is assembled, then we flip it upside down, and then we've got this rod piece, or hollow, I don't know, do you call a hollow rod a tube? I guess so, but we got this rod or tube-like piece that goes in there, and that's where the stand will attach to hold up Gyarados, because obviously, trying to make this articulated version, he's not very structurally sound. Anyway, so I reckon we'll jump back to video games because I've got an interesting anecdote, because I really don't get what's going on with the video game industry. I tried to play the Spyro Remastered trilogy, and on my Xbox, I'm on outdated hardware because, you know, several $100s of I could spend on a game console, but then I'd have to get games for it, or I can spend it on content for stuff that I can film for content, and in all honesty, building stuff's more fun to me. But I played that because I wanted to capture some of the fun of games I played when I was in high school, because as no surprise to anyone, I like retro games. But I ran into a bug where it literally would not save my progress. So the Spyro Reignited trilogy, the little thing says when you see the image of Spyro run in the corner, it's saving your progress. I turn off the game, come back, it didn't save my progress. course, I'm also kind of tired because I remember you used to have games that could run in the background even when the console was in power save or sleep mode. And I don't know if it's just because my Xbox is dying that it doesn't do that anymore or what. Because I know games like GTA never did that. I don't know, maybe I should try on my PlayStation 4, which I want to get rid of and get a PS5, but that can wait. Because right now I have a set plan. Going forward, when tax time hits, there's 4 things I want to get. The first is a webcam, because I want to steal World of Wayne set up and have a second cam running. So I have multiple angles of the shots so that it's easier for you to see what I'm doing on bigger stuff. Number 2, I'm getting a new microphone because this one has done a good job. It actually served me when I tried to be a Twitch streamer, but my job at the time put an end to that, even though I had about 13 followers and I only streamed for about a month. New camera, new mic, and then to go with that, then I want to get I'm going to buy a KO, a knockoff Gundam kit, because that thing's a mind blower. And I can't think of what the other thing was, because camera, mic, model kit, or something else, and I'm drawing a complete blank on it. So maybe I will think of it when I get to the next part. So we're about out of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and say thanks for watching. Check out my fantasy story, King of Mercenaries, on Fiction Press, and I'll see you for part 3.